Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about the books I plan on reading during the month of September. First books I want to mention are three books that myself and the other co-hosts of the Fall Into Reading Challenge have decided on for group reads for the challenge. If you haven't already watched my announcement video for the Fall Into Reading Challenge, I will leave it linked in the description box down below. But basically, it's a 3-month-long challenge where you can choose between a 15 challenge bingo board or a 24 challenge bingo board. And you have 3 months to complete all of these challenges. So we thought it would be fun to have a group read for each month in order to keep everybody sort of hanging out together. And also for a way for you to have some books that fulfill multiple challenges and to keep you motivated by buddy reading with us as well. So for the month of September, we have decided to read Kindred by Octavia E. Butler. This buddy read is going to be taking place from September the 13th through September the 19th, and we are going to be having a daily discussion over on Instagram in a group chat. So check out my Instagram page. That will be linked down below if you would like to join the group chat with us. I will also have the book broken out into sections in the description box as well as on Instagram. So this book follows a woman named Dana who is living in modern day California, I believe, when she is snatched back in time to the antebellum South. And so it's like a time travel science fiction / historical fiction mashup of a book. So if you decide to join us for this would count for the author of color prompt as well as the science fiction prompt. And it might also count for the historical fiction because it does have a lot of historical fiction elements in it as well. Then in October, we are going to be reading My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. And this is going to be taking place from October the 11th through the 17th. Over on Instagram, we will be having a chat for this one as well. I know that's quite a ways away, but we wanted you to go ahead and have this on your radar if it's something that you are interested in joining us for. So this would fulfill the prompt of a mystery. And depending on what your copy looks like, it may have leaves on some of the other copies. I'm not sure. And some people, I think, might consider this to be a modern classic. So that's up to your interpretation. If you think this is a modern classic, it was published in 1951. Definitely the back of the book says it's a classic story of mystery and love. So that could be a possibility as well, depending on how you want to interpret the classic challenge. Then for November, we are going to be reading The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodore Goss. This book would count for the prompts of leaves on the cover as well as gold on the cover, and this will be a mystery as well as I think this might also have some supernatural elements in it, so it could count for that prompt as well if it does. This is following the descendants of some famous literary characters like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, as well as Frankenstein, and I think there might be a relative of Sherlock Holmes in here as well. This one we will be reading between November the 8th and the 14th, and like the other ones, we will also be having a Instagram daily chat as well. So I will leave the information, the dates for all of those in the description box if it's something that you think you might be interested in. We tried to pick ones that would fulfill multiple prompts and that hopefully you might want to read with us. The next thing I will be reading in September is House of Dreams, The Life of L.M. Montgomery by Liz Rosenberg. So this year I hosted a Anne of Green Gables read along with Amanda from the Curly Reader, and August was the month that we finished up the entire series by reading Rilla of Ingleside. So when we got done, I thought, well, you know, since all of these are fresh in our minds, why don't I go ahead and read this biography of L.M. Montgomery? And if anyone wants to join me over there, they can. So there are a few of us over in the Goodreads group who are going to be reading this together. And if you are interested in joining that group and reading along with us, we have a discussion group going on over there with a thread for this book. I will be putting up the thread for this book at the end of August, and breaking it down by chapters so there won't be any spoilers. Although it's a biography, so I don't know how many spoilers there could be. But either way, if you want to join us, I will leave a link for this discussion group as well. Next thing I have to do in September is finish up the final round of the BookTube prize. I will leave the BookTube prize channel linked in the description box as well if you want to hear more about that. End of September, we will be finding out who wins the BookTube prize. So I have 3 more books left to read for the BookTube prize. And they are, I'm planning on checking these out digitally from the library. I don't really know too much about them, but I am planning on using them on my bingo board for the Fall Into Reading Challenge as well. So 10 minutes, 38 seconds in This Strange World by Elif Shafak. I'm going to use this one for a book published before 2020 because this was published in 2019. I have to read Women Talking by Miriam Towles. And this one I'm going to use for the challenge to read a standalone book. And then finally, the last one I need to read is Lanny by Max Porter. And this one is going to be used for a new to me author for the challenge. And then once I get finished with those books, I am going to work on my NetGalley TBR. I have a ton of books over on NetGalley that I have been approved for, and my percentage is steadily dropping. So I'm going to use as many of those NetGalley books to fulfill challenges on the Fall Into Reading challenge board. The first one I'm planning on reading is Well Played by Jen DeLuca. This is the sequel to Well Met that came out last year. Well Met followed a couple who was working at a Renaissance fair, and then Well Played, the sequel, is supposed to be following friends of the characters from the first book. And I'm not 100% sure if this one's going to be in the Renaissance fair again. I hope it is, but I don't really know. But either way, I really enjoyed Jen DeLuca's writing, and this comes out in September, so I really would like to get it read right around its release date, somewhere in there. Then I have To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Pellini. Now, Christopher Pellini is the author of the Aragon. It was a 4-book series that came out many years ago, and now he has written this new science fiction novel. It comes out in September as well. Did I already say that? I can't remember. Anyway, so this is a science fiction, like an epic science fiction. It follows a girl named Kira, I believe, and she makes first contact with aliens in this book. This is a beast of a book. I think it's over 600 pages, but I'm really interested to read this one because I did enjoy Aragon back when I read it 10 years ago, I guess. And so I'm really interested to see what Christopher Pellini does with the science fiction genre. So this one will be counting for my science fiction square in the challenge. Then I have The Eighth Detective by Alex Pavezzi. I think that's how you say the last name. This book is a mystery book, and I'm going to use this for the challenge of published in 2020. But this one sounds like it's sort of a mystery within a mystery. I believe it follows a mystery writer, and maybe like he's written like 30 mysteries over his lifetime, something like that. And it almost sounds like some of these mysteries are coming true, or I'm not exactly sure. It just sounds like a mystery within a mystery and a whole bunch of different interconnecting stories. And I'm really looking forward to this one. Then I plan on reading Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. So this one I'm going to use for the challenge of a diverse cast of characters. This is a contemporary romance. It's actually the second in a series, so I could use this as a sequel as well. But this one follows Danny Brown, or Danica Brown, and she is a bisexual Black British woman. Love interest in this is named Zafar Ansari, and that's them right here on the cover. I think her best friend is a lesbian, if I'm not mistaken. So this will have a whole bunch of different characters that are different than I am. I'm looking forward to reading some perspectives that are different from my own on this one. So those are 9 challenges for September. I am planning on doing the 24 challenge board and just picking, 8 or 9 different challenges each month until I have them all completed. So I will be back in October with 8 or 9 more challenges, and hopefully I will get all of these completed and be able to show you my progress on my challenge board. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if you would like to buddy read Kindred or House of Dreams with me. Also, let me know if you're planning on participating in the Fall into Reading Challenge. If you have a TBR video or a TBR post on Instagram, I would love to see either one of those, so be sure to let me know that as well. Also, let me know if you've read any of these books. I would love to hear your thoughts on them. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.